abstract art, which is extremely mindful. So these simple artworks are created using black pen, and we use simple shapes like lines and circles and curved lines. So all of this is created using these basic shapes. And today's session I want to show you, so this is the absolute beginner's guide to start a Zentangle. So we usually work on a small square tile, rather a small square paper, which we call as tile. So this is 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches square, and Zentangle is done on a small surface because it's the whole concept of Zentangle is to make it easy to start and finish. So this is a perfect size to start and finish, and we work with fine liner pens, pencil and stub. So the paper that we use needs to be of artist grade. Of course, you can use any paper. However, your artwork really will show through when you use the right supplies. We take time to create this beautiful art form, and if the paper that you've created on isn't of a good quality or of a good standard, then your artwork is not going to be of any relevance, because you can't frame that paper, you can't do anything with it. So we always insist on using good supplies. It really brings out your art. It makes you more confident, and it's just beautiful to work with good supplies. So if you're looking for a paper, make sure it is artist grade paper. It has nice fine tooth. And the next thing that we use is our pen. So you can use any fine liner pen, but we prefer working with microns because, as it says, microns, they have archival ink, it's waterproof, it's fade proof, so it's one of the good quality pens available in the market. So we work with 01. This is absolute delicate pen, and so these pens also come in different sizes. So you have 08, and they also come in different colors. But we work with 01 and sometimes like to use a 08 so that can use it for adding blacks and darks. So that's what I like to use 08 for. So they also come in different colors, these pens. But to begin with, as a beginner, we insist working on a regular white surface with just black pen, so to keep things simple. And of course, our next supply is our pencil. We use pencil for getting started. We use pencil to create some nice depths like that. And the stub is a tool that we use to blend and spread the graphite that we use for creating shading. So these are our basic supplies that we work with. Now, I want to quickly walk you through a very basic, simple Zentangle. So I'm going to work on a really smaller size tile to give you an idea of what this is. So we're going to work on this really small tile today. I want you to start and finish this whole project for you to get an idea. So we have 8 basic steps to the Zentangle method. The first one is gratitude. That's our step 1, gratitude and appreciation. So gratitude for this opportunity to create something interesting, something fun, and let's appreciate all the supplies and tools that we have to make this possible. So take a minute, take a deep breath, and just feel that, appreciate your supplies, and just be grateful. And we start with, when we move on to our step number 2, which is the corner dots. So we start with 4 dots on 4 corners like that. And then step number 3 is to connect these dots to create a border like that. So we can connect them with straight lines or with a slightly wavy line. All of that is good. And step number 4 is string. So basically we're going to divide the space with a string. So a string can be anything. So for today's session we're going to make a string that looks like this. Okay. And step number 5 is to tangle. So we're going to create some simple fun tangles. I'm going to start off here. So I'm starting off with this tangle called printins, which goes like this in a spiral form. Add a new tangle in this section. So let's see, this is Knightsbridge. So Knightsbridge is like a grid with sections that is filled in like a chessboard. So I have this square. So I'm going to use my thicker tip pen here. I'm going to fill this section. So moving on to our next section. So I have this section now. Let's add another grid here. Like that. And I am going to add some pods like this. So this is the tangle called bales. So now over here we are going to create another tangle. This one is called Mir, and it kind of goes like this. So here we're going to make some circles. So one rule in Zentangle is that you do not cross any lines. So if you come across a line, you just skip that and continue like the way I did here. I just pretended it's there, and I've just ignored that and I kept moving. The other rule or the other philosophy of Zentangle is that there are no mistakes. So keep going. So we just completed step 5 of the Zentangle method. Now let's get to step 6, which is shading. So shading always adds a fun element or a nice dimensional element to the artwork. So I love to shade. Okay, so that's my tile all done. Now, step number 7 is we always put our initials and sign it and own it. So that's done, and we also journal this, just mention today's date, which is 16th July 2021, and this is a beginner's guide. Which is Zentangle. Okay, so there it is, my tile all done. And the last step, step number 8, is to take a minute to appreciate this beautiful artwork that I created in just few minutes. So it's always fun to go to just look at it and appreciate this beautiful creation.